My name's John Chapman. I'm the Senior Global Support Specialist for Laser Devices, part of the Beretta Optics Group and Beretta Defense. I'm a former police lieutenant, spent 4 years in the Navy, got out of the Navy and went to work for a government agency, working as a tactical officer. I worked full-time as a security contractor overseas, working various details for the government and private organizations, and I'm an instructor for EAG Tactical with Pat Rogers. We're at the LMS Defense Combat Development Center. It's a training complex in the Nevada desert. We're going to do a positive breach on this door, enter and clear the hostages. We have 2 hostages inside. One of them is wearing... This facility is used to train military special operations and ground troops, law enforcement, patrol, and tactical operations officers. The other side of what we do here is product development and testing. We use this environment to our advantage because it is very, very similar to the current areas of operations. The conditions are extremely harsh. If something's going to fail, it's going to fail here first. And we would rather have a piece of equipment fail here than in the field. Steiner Optics has a well-earned history of rugged, reliable precision optics. Part of my mandate with Beretta Defense Technologies is to assist the other product lines in ensuring that their new products and existing products are up to the high standards that they all hold.
I want all of your movement with a purpose.
Steiner Optics has come to the Combat Development Center this week to prove the ruggedness and reliability of their optical systems in the harshest environment we can find.
If you're not serious, go someplace else. Good?
Real-world operations have come to rely more and more on variable power optics, both in the low power settings and the higher power settings.
Do it violently, guys.
5, 4, 3. I'm one.
Expect to find somebody around the corner.
Last man. Clear. Moving.
Not bad. Let's do it again.
Operators aren't just worried about shooting targets at close range any longer. Both our domestic and international battlefields are taking place at close and intermediate distances. In order to meet this need, Steiner has developed a 1-to-5 variable power optic. They figured out what exactly was necessary. First and foremost, on 1 power, it needs to be a true 1 power to allow us to keep both eyes open and shoot it like a red dot sight. This optic needs to possess edge-to-edge clarity. The reticle design is a very clean BDC reticle with a red dot in the center. In addition to being 4 MOA, this red dot is also visible in very bright sunlight. And the optic is a second focal plane optic. So whether the variable power is on 1 power or 5 power, the dot is still 4 MOA. More important than any of these technical features is its ability to stand up to true combat conditions. The Steiner 1-to-5 will take a serious beating. The reason Steiner took the time to build this optic perfectly was they know the stakes. What's at stake with the users of this optic is life and death. There is 0 room for error.
All right, do it again.
Gunfighting is a game of millimeters and milliseconds, and every advantage we can gain through the use of equipment or mindset or tactics is a lifesaver. Equipment is way down the list of priorities for us until we think about what is necessary to win a fight. What's necessary to win a fight is mindset. It's the ability to look at somebody else in the face and shoot them. In order to accomplish that, to put ourselves in a position to be able to do that, we have to create advantages. We can't just walk in and overpower them with our superior awesomeness. We have to create an advantage. We do that through the use of equipment and tactics. Rugged and reliable equipment is so vital, especially in the close quarters fight, because we have to know it's going to work no matter what we did to it before we walked into that room. The only way we can do that is to only use equipment that's been tested and validated in harsh environments because it gives us confidence. We need to have confidence in our gear and equipment because we need to be thinking about other things other than whether or not the stuff we're carrying into this fight is going to work. If we're bleeding off brain power with worry, we're affecting our subconscious ability to do the job, and we're not focused on what we should be focused on, which is applying violence to my enemy. Not only is a 3 to 15 variable power scope just about perfect for an urban designated marksman, it also allows us to fulfill several other mission capabilities at the same time. First, it allows us to perform the overwatch function. It allows us to maintain security on whatever event we're watching, while at the same time allowing us the precision necessary to engage with direct fire should it become necessary. There are 3 factors that we have found are vital for use in any precision optic, but especially a precision optic that's going to be used in a cluttered, complex environment like an urban environment. The first is clarity. Clarity allows us to see from the center of the optic to the edge. It allows us to see all threats in complicated situations clearly, no matter where they are in the scope, which can be extremely important in an urban environment, especially for a surveillance mission. The second vital attribute we look for in an urban precision rifle optic is color. Are we seeing true color as it actually exists downrange? Where we're trying to identify the colors of houses or the colors of an object inside of a shadow, it is also vital in the application of lethal force in that I can see variable colors at distance. Another important standard, and in my opinion it's probably the most important, is light transmission. Critical incidents rarely happen at noon. These incidents generally happen at night or during dawn and dusk. Steiner has been known throughout its history as the world's leaders in light transmission, and the light transmission in the Steiner is by far the most clear. I look at scopes the way I look at all tactical equipment. It's a tool to me. Given that, for a combat application, the Steiner 3 to 15 just simply can't be beat. The next emerging trend that Steiner has gotten in front of is the need for a high-powered variable power optic to help us manage the more powerful cartridges in common use, the 338 Lapua, the 50 BMG, and the 416 Barrett. Steiner has developed the 5 to 25 variable power scope to keep up with these rounds. The power to hit the target isn't enough. We still need to be able to apply precision lethal force at the type of distances involved with these cartridges. And the 5 to 25 gives us that option. The Steiner 5 to 25 is designed to be used by military sniper teams in austere environments. These are men who are using these optics to eliminate their enemies. And they have to know that no matter what the condition, no matter how little maintenance they give the optic, that it's going to work perfectly every single time. Of all of the disciplines within our community, snipers are the hardest on equipment. They are constantly dragging the rifle through rocks and harsh sand, and that rifle optic has to work, and it has to maintain zero. In order to accomplish this mission to this standard, Steiner has developed the most rugged optic that I've encountered to date. Steiner's decades of experience gives me every confidence that going forward into the future, they're going to continue listening to user input and building the most rugged, reliable, and clearest optics on the planet for use against the enemies of freedom.